You don't have people trying to sabotage each other or anything like that. It all works according to our strength. That's called teamwork. And some people believe that team stands for together, everyone achieves more. Somebody said, well, that's noteworthy. That's what teamwork is all about. It's called synergy. Everybody say synergy. Synergy is where the sum of the whole is greater than the sum of the parts, where 1 plus 1 equals 3. Synergy, S-Y-N-E-R-G-Y. Synergy, where we are all working according to our strengths. There are things that you can do that I cannot do. Some of you are very, very organized. Some of you are not organized. You come together and it makes things happen. The question is, what is your gift? What do you bring to the table? If those of you are looking to, or those of you who are looking to graduate and move on to a great job, everybody's going to hire you based on what you bring to the table. They're going to say, what are your strengths? You need to give an accurate answer for that. Not just my strength is everything. Everybody has strength. And then you also have some weaknesses that go along with it. You know, your strength could be that you're a very charismatic person and you love to involve people, get involved. Your weakness can also be you're a very charismatic person. And sometimes you live for people's approval. Sometimes your strength can be that you're organized. Sometimes your weakness can be that you're too rigid. Sometimes your strength can be that you're a people person and you really care about how other people feel. Sometimes your weakness can be that you spend so much time focusing on how people feel that you never tell them the real truth. Sometimes your strength can be that you're an ideal person. Sometimes your weakness can be that you're an ideal person, so all you do is sit and theorize all day, but you never actually finally put it into action. See, you give me an intelligent answer which shows you've taken some time to think about who you are and what you bring to the table, and you're the one I'm going to hire because you understand what you are. And when you understand who you are, then I can put other people underneath you because you are going to be training other people to think just like you. Does that make sense? I want you to look, I don't care where you're from. I don't care what your situation has been. I don't care whether you have cornrows, tattoos, whether you listen to hip-hop or opera or country. I don't care what all that has happened in the past. I don't care if you had a baby when you were a teenager. I don't care if you just fresh out of jail. I don't care if you were on the dean's list, honor roll. I don't care if you come from the richest part of the suburb. I don't care about any of that. What I want to know is what have you learned in the process? What has that made of you in the process? Because life is not about what you've gone through. It's about the lessons that you've learned as you went through that thing. And everybody knows that the lesson will repeat until the lesson is learned. So if you don't like what happened, you've got to start doing something different. You've got to show and demonstrate that you have something to offer. Many times, based on our upbringing, and based on the fact that we haven't had any positive models in our life, or because people tell us, well, you're from this town of 500 or 5,000, you know, this is all you can do. That's why I spent so much time last night talking about you breaking out of those chains. Do you know you will live in accordance with your self-concept? However much you weigh right now, that's how much you believe you ought to weigh. However much money you make, that's how much you believe you ought. Whatever your GPA is, that's what you believe it ought to be. Do you know there are people in this world who make a 97 and wonder what went wrong? You know there are people in this world who make $100,000 and wonder what in the heck do I need to change to get back to where I ought to be? You know Donald Trump many years ago declared bankruptcy. And now he's a billionaire many times over, all over again. It's because of his mentality. That's who he believes he is. Who do you believe you are? What do you believe you deserve? What do you believe your GPA really ought to be? Because whatever you have, it is just a manifestation of what you think. So what you think is what you are ultimately going to see in your life. So if you want to see more in your life, you've got to believe more in yourself. How do you learn how to believe more? You've got to hang around a different group of people. Write this down. Go where the expectations are high. Go where the expectations are high. If you hang around people who have 4.0s, chances are you will have a 4.0 because they have 4.0 habits. If you hang around people who are messy and negative and trifling, you too will be messy and negative and trifling because they have messy, negative, trifling habits. You've got to go where the expectations are high, y'all. Sometimes we love to get around each other and relax. You know, when we're on the job, we hold ourselves all tight. Hey, how you doing, dog? All right. Then we get around each other, and all of a sudden, we start to relax all that stuff. You say, oh, man, you know, you can't do that, man. Shut up, man. There's no way you can do that. I refuse to hang around people who don't see something greater for me than what I see. Every relationship in your life will only add, subtract, multiply, or divide. I only want the people who multiply me around me.